teaching these women stuff that they don't need to know. If a man asks you out and he's not willing to buy you a plate of food, how can you possibly think that this guy can take care of a family?
Now, I feel like this is something I don't talk about a lot, and I've told you guys this a million times. I was raised in a traditional household, so my grandpa paid for everything, so that's what I'm used to. So naturally, I don't think I would ever be with a guy who wouldn't pay for me on the first date. It's something I've never experienced and something I do not want to experience. A lot of men take women that want men to pay for things as gold diggers. And yes, there are gold diggers out here. Yes, there are women who want men for solely their money. But I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people do not think about this, and it's kind of sad, or think this deep. When we see somebody who cannot pay for us, we think of this. If we were to get pregnant tomorrow and we could not work or didn't work, and no woman wants to work while she's pregnant, I personally believe no woman should have to. If our partner is complaining about buying a meal for us, how are you going to take care of me and our kid? Does that make sense? Like, how does that not correlate in your brain? Now, I will say this. If you want to do things 50-50, I'm all for that. I totally understand. Everything is expensive. We're a different time, a different generation. Women can make just as much money as men, and even more at that. So I feel as though women should save money. A man should work. You guys come together. All the money you guys save, when she gets pregnant, she'll be able to take that leave. But if you choose to be with a woman and, be traditional, and you pay for everything, that's fine. But I feel as though we should talk about these type of things. No offense, but I do worry about the whole equality thing, because we're not equal. I don't care what anybody says. We're not equal. Do you know how many people I know that are older in healthier relationships and they don't split anything? So it's kind of hard to look at today's society and look at couples. I would love to see a couple who's splitting bills and is actually flourishing. I don't really know too many couples who are splitting bills, you guys, and that are like shouting it from the rooftops. Not saying that that's a bad thing whatsoever, but I feel like the dynamic that makes things work is a man paying for things and letting a woman live a soft life. I know I don't talk about these things, and you guys might not agree, so it's an opinion. But like I said, my grandma's a traditional woman, and she got taken care of. Yes, she still bought things. Yes, she still paid for light bill things here and there. She didn't have to, though. I'm not saying that men in this day and age have to support a woman. That is not what I'm saying, so please don't misconstrue my fucking words. It's just the fact that people don't understand why women fixate so much on the first date, why we're so worried about if a man can pay for us. Because if you're complaining about a date here and there, now I understand later down the line, if something was to hit the fan, you couldn't take care of me and our family, and that's a sad thing for us. We're scared of that. We don't want to be single baby moms or be with a man who can't take care of us. A lot of us grew up in poverty or bad homes. This last part, because I know I'm always advocating for men and things like that, but again, I'm still a woman, so you might not feel the same way. I can care less. It's your opinion, my opinion. You feel however you want to do things in your relationship. But really think about this. If you're one of those men that's going, these girls don't deserve this and deserve that, cool. If that's your negative ass mentality, how do you think this world is going to ever change if women don't listen to men and men don't listen to women? Have you guys not noticed a pattern? We're never going to get anywhere, because the moment a woman even states what she wants, or even says, what she would like in a partner, all the men are like, oh, that's not going to work, oh, this or all that, instead of trying it. So I'm really being honest with you. I feel as though men and women both should be working. You should not get into a relationship or even deal with somebody if you can't pay for shit. And that goes for women and men. Think about that. Why would I ask a guy out on a date if I can't afford it? Why would I ask you out on a date if I'm not healed? I don't have the financial stability to support both of us. Does that make sense? Now, I just wanted to elaborate on this part because I know there's gold diggers, and I don't want men to be literally paying for every fucking thing. That is not what I'm saying. But to me, the first initial couple of dates, I feel as though a man should pay that. And that's my personal opinion, because that's something I grew up with, and guys I've been with paid for the first couple of dates. So this is something I've been used to. This is the type of treatment I've gotten. My dad also, no offense, he pays for most of the bills. So when I tell you guys, it's really hard for me to understand the 50-50 thing. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I've been in a traditional relationship where the person paid most of the bills, and then later down the line we went half and half. And then I was in a relationship after that where we were 50-50 the whole time. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. The 50-50 one was a little bit different because it's something I wasn't used to. But again, every guy's different, so I was okay and accustomed to that. But if I had to choose, and I've said this over and over again, I would rather be with the man who can take care of me, because we all know how that dynamic flourishes. And again, you can't tell me how to feel in a relationship when I've had a guy taking care of me and then when I've had to split the bills. Now, to me, they're both fine, but if I had to choose, like I said over and over again, it's the same thing as men. If you were with a woman, would you rather choose a woman who's promiscuous or not? Exactly. A lot of women want to be taken care of. It's just we can't say that anymore, or we can't say we want a man to love us or spoil us or anything like that, because there's so many women on these apps that ruined it for us. And I don't really like saying I want a man to take care of me, because it comes off as, oh, just money wise. That's not what I mean when I say take care of me. I just want a traditional man to protect, provide, and do all that, because I know I can cook, clean, and love you and nurture you. Make sense? So yeah, I don't want people to get this misconstrued and think that I'm saying like, men, pay for every little single thing and she doesn't do shit for you. That's not what I'm talking about. It's just showing that you're able to take care of us in the future. And again, if you come from a traditional household, you'll understand. But if you don't even come from a solid household or things like that, you're never gonna understand what I'm saying.